I want to talk to you today about something subtle and easily overlooked that can, in certain contexts, accompany a serious heart problem, and that's worth understanding carefully. A sudden, unexplained sense of restlessness, unease, anxiety, or a feeling that something is wrong. And when this vague but real sensation might, especially with other signs, relate to the heart. Because a feeling of unease or that something isn't right is easy to dismiss as nerves, mood, or nothing. Yet a sudden sense of doom or profound unease can occasionally be part of a heart attack or serious event, particularly alongside other signs. So understanding when this vague feeling might matter is genuinely worthwhile, held in proportion. So today, I want to explain why the heart can produce this sense of unease, how to recognize the concerning context, the crucial emergency guidance, the common and usually benign causes of restlessness and anxiety, and what to do in partnership with your doctor and emergency services. And I'll be careful and balanced because feelings of unease and anxiety are extremely common and usually not the heart, while a sudden sense of doom with other symptoms can rarely signal a serious event. So understanding the difference lets you respond wisely without overworrying in partnership with these professionals. This is about a subtle sign, held carefully in proportion. Let me start by being clear that most restlessness and unease is not the heart, because that's true and important. Most feelings of restlessness, unease, anxiety, or that something is wrong are not the heart and have common, understandable causes. These include everyday anxiety, worry, and stress, which are very common. The anxiety of life circumstances, health worries or difficult times, restlessness from discomfort, boredom or agitation, poor sleep, caffeine or stimulants, and, importantly, since it's common and treatable, anxiety conditions and low mood, which I've discussed. Most unease and restlessness, especially without physical symptoms, relates to these emotional and everyday causes, not the heart. So please don't take feelings of unease or anxiety as automatically a heart concern. The vast majority are emotional or everyday matters. The rare connection I'll discuss is a specific context, a sudden sense of doom with other symptoms, not unease in general being a heart worry. And I want to be careful not to make you anxious about normal feelings. So most restlessness and unease is not the heart, relating to anxiety, stress, poor sleep, or everyday causes, while the rare connection is a specific context with other symptoms. So most unease is not cardiac. So ordinary anxiety and restlessness are usually not the heart. Let me explain why the heart can produce a sense of unease, because it grounds the rare connection. Why can the heart produce a sense of unease or doom at all? During a heart attack or serious heart event, the body mounts a powerful stress response, strongly activating the nervous system and releasing stress hormones, which can produce a profound sense of anxiety, unease, restlessness, or impending doom, sometimes described by people who've had heart attacks as a feeling that something was terribly wrong. This can occur alongside the physical symptoms and occasionally is prominent. So this sense of doom is a recognized, if less discussed, accompaniment of serious heart events arising from the body's alarm response. So, the heart can produce a sense of unease or doom through the powerful stress response of a serious heart event, which is a recognized accompaniment, sometimes prominent, of heart attacks. So understanding that a heart event's stress response can produce a sense of doom is the foundation. So the heart can produce a sense of doom via the stress response. So a sense of doom can be the body's alarm in a heart event. Let me be clear about the concerning context, because context is everything here. Let me be very clear that the concerning context is not vague unease by itself, but a sudden, profound sense of doom or unease together with physical symptoms of a heart problem. This feeling is a possible heart concern when it comes on suddenly and is unusual or profound, a strong sense that something is seriously wrong rather than everyday worry, and, crucially, is accompanied by physical heart attack symptoms, chest discomfort or pressure, breathlessness, sweating or a cold sweat, nausea, lightheadedness, or pain in the arm, jaw, shoulder, or back, or feeling very unwell. It's this combination, a sudden profound sense of doom plus physical heart symptoms, that could signal a serious heart event. Ordinary anxiety or unease without physical symptoms, especially in someone with understandable worries, is not a heart concern. So the concerning context is specifically a sudden, profound sense of doom, together with physical heart symptoms, not vague unease alone, which is usually emotional. So a sense of doom is a possible heart concern only when sudden and profound and accompanied by physical heart symptoms, not on its own. So context, specifically physical heart symptoms, is everything. So it's doom plus physical symptoms that concerns, not unease alone. Let me give the crucial emergency guidance because this is where it matters. Here's the crucial guidance. Treat as a possible heart attack and call emergency services immediately if you have a sudden, profound sense of doom, unease, or that something is seriously wrong, together with any physical heart attack symptoms, chest discomfort or pressure, breathlessness, sweating or a cold sweat, nausea, lightheadedness, or pain in the arm, jaw, shoulder, or back, or feeling very unwell. In that combination, don't dismiss the feeling as just nerves, but recognize that a sudden sense of doom with these physical symptoms points to a possible heart attack, especially in older adults and women whose heart attacks can be atypical. By contrast, unease or anxiety without physical symptoms, especially with understandable worries, does not warrant alarm about the heart. So treat a sudden, profound sense of doom together with chest discomfort, breathlessness, sweating, nausea, or pain in the arm or jaw as a possible heart attack and call emergency services immediately, while unease alone is not a heart concern. So act urgently on a sense of doom with physical heart symptoms, not on unease alone. So doom plus physical symptoms is the emergency. Let me address anxiety carefully and compassionately because it matters and is treatable. Let me address anxiety carefully because it's important and common. Anxiety, whether everyday worry or an anxiety condition, is real, common, and can itself cause distressing physical sensations, a racing heart, chest tightness, breathlessness, and unease, which can feel alarming and even mimic heart symptoms, which is part of why this is delicate. Two things are true together. First, anxiety is usually not dangerous to the heart and is very treatable. So persistent anxiety, restlessness, or unease is worth addressing with your doctor for your well-being. And second, because anxiety and heart symptoms can overlap, you shouldn't simply assume alarming physical symptoms are just anxiety, especially new or severe ones, or in those with heart risk, but get them assessed. So if you struggle with anxiety, please know it's common, treatable, and worth support, while also not assuming every physical symptom is anxiety. So anxiety is real, common, and treatable, and worth addressing for well-being. While, because it overlaps with heart symptoms, alarming physical symptoms shouldn't just be assumed to be anxiety without assessment. So anxiety deserves compassion, treatment, and careful assessment. So take anxiety seriously and get symptoms assessed. Let me note the well-being importance of persistent unease, because it matters in its own right. Let me stress that persistent restlessness, unease, anxiety, or low mood matters in its own right, quite apart from the heart, because these affect your well-being and quality of life, and are common and treatable. So if you're troubled by ongoing anxiety, restlessness, a sense of unease, or low mood, that's worth talking to your doctor about, not because it's likely your heart, but because you deserve support, and these can be helped. As I've discussed, mental and emotional well-being genuinely matter. So persistent unease or anxiety warrants attention for your well-being regardless of the heart. So persistent restlessness, unease, anxiety, or low mood warrants a doctor's attention for your well-being in its own right, being common and treatable, apart from the heart. So persistent unease matters for well-being regardless. So address persistent unease for your well-being. Let me be clear about what to do, because the response should match the context. So here's what to do. For a sudden, profound sense of doom together with physical heart attack symptoms, chest discomfort, breathlessness, sweating, nausea, or pain in the arm or jaw, call emergency services immediately as a possible heart attack. For persistent anxiety, restlessness, unease, or low mood without acute physical heart symptoms, see your doctor for support, since these are common, treatable, and worth addressing for your well-being. For alarming physical symptoms you might attribute to anxiety, especially new or severe ones, get them assessed rather than assuming they're just anxiety. And if you're ever genuinely unsure whether a sudden sense of doom with symptoms might be your heart, err on caution and seek help. So call emergency services for a sense of doom with physical heart symptoms. See your doctor for persistent anxiety or unease for support. Get alarming physical symptoms assessed, and err on caution when truly unsure. So match your response to the context. So respond per the context, urgently only with physical heart symptoms. Let me paint you a quick picture of how this works in proportion. First, the common case. Picture a woman in her 70s troubled by ongoing anxiety and restlessness, worried it might be her heart. Understanding that persistent unease is usually emotional, not the heart, but genuinely worth support. She sees her doctor who helps address her anxiety, improving her well-being, and reassures her about her heart. No emergency involved. Now, the rare concerning case. Picture a man in his 70s who suddenly feels a profound sense that something is terribly wrong, together with chest tightness, a cold sweat, and breathlessness. Understanding that a sudden sense of doom with these physical symptoms can be part of a heart attack, he treats the whole picture as a possible heart attack and calls emergency services, getting timely care. The contrast shows the point. Unease alone is usually emotional and worth support, while a sudden sense of doom with physical heart symptoms warrants urgent action. So keeping this in proportion, let one get support for anxiety and the other recognize a rare heart emergency. Let me speak briefly to those of you caring for an older parent or partner. Understand that most restlessness and unease is emotional, not the heart, and genuinely worth support, while a sudden, profound sense of doom together with physical heart symptoms can rarely be part of a heart attack. You can help by taking a loved one's anxiety or low mood seriously and encouraging support, since these are common and treatable, without alarming them about their heart. Crucially, in the rare case where they have a sudden, profound sense of doom together with chest discomfort, breathlessness, sweating, nausea, or pain in the arm or jaw, treat it as a possible heart attack and call emergency services immediately. And encourage getting alarming physical symptoms assessed rather than assuming they're just anxiety. Helping a loved one keep this in proportion, supporting their well-being, and recognizing the rare heart context matters. So let me draw this all together. A sudden, unexplained sense of restlessness, unease, anxiety, or that something is wrong can occasionally, and in the right context, accompany a serious heart problem through the body's powerful stress response, which can produce a profound sense of doom, a recognized accompaniment of heart attacks. But this must be held carefully in proportion. Most restlessness and unease is not the heart, relating to anxiety, stress, poor sleep, or everyday causes, and vague unease alone without physical symptoms is not a heart concern. The concerning context is specifically a sudden, profound sense of doom together with physical heart symptoms, chest discomfort, breathlessness, sweating, nausea, or pain in the arm or jaw, which warrants treating as a possible heart attack with emergency care. Meanwhile, persistent anxiety, unease, or low mood matters in its own right and is worth support, and alarming physical symptoms shouldn't simply be assumed to be anxiety. So call emergency services for a sense of doom with physical heart symptoms. See your doctor for persistent anxiety or unease for support, and get alarming physical symptoms assessed. So here's what I'll leave you with, straight and clear. First, understand that most feelings of restlessness, unease, anxiety, or that something is wrong are not the heart, relating to everyday anxiety, stress, poor sleep, or emotional causes. So ordinary unease, especially without physical symptoms, is not a heart concern. Second, know that the heart can, through the powerful stress response of a serious event, produce a profound sense of doom or unease, a recognized accompaniment of heart attacks, sometimes prominent. Third, be clear that the concerning context is not vague unease alone, but a sudden, profound sense of doom together with physical heart symptoms, chest discomfort, breathlessness, sweating, nausea, lightheadedness, or pain in the arm, jaw, shoulder, or back, or feeling very unwell. Fourth, and crucially, treat a sudden, profound sense of doom, together with any of these physical heart symptoms, as a possible heart attack and call emergency services immediately, while not alarming yourself about unease on its own. And fifth, take anxiety and unease seriously in their own right. Persistent anxiety, restlessness, unease, or low mood is common, treatable, and worth seeing your doctor about for your well-being. While, because anxiety and heart symptoms overlap, alarming physical symptoms shouldn't simply be assumed to be anxiety without assessment. A sense of unease is usually emotional and worth support, with only the rare combination of a sudden sense of doom plus physical heart symptoms warranting urgent action. So keeping this in proportion lets you respond wisely, getting support and recognizing the rare emergency, which is well worth doing. So take care of yourself, take your emotional well-being seriously, and seek support. Get alarming physical symptoms assessed, and recognize the rare context of a sense of doom with physical heart symptoms. And because while unease is usually emotional, a sudden, profound sense of doom with physical heart symptoms can accompany a heart attack. Please treat that specific combination, a sense of doom with chest discomfort, breathlessness, sweating, nausea, or pain in the arm or jaw, as your reason to call emergency services immediately and see your own physician for persistent anxiety, unease, or low mood, which you deserve support for. This touches on anxiety, unease, and emotional well-being, which genuinely matter. So if ongoing anxiety, restlessness, or low mood is weighing on you, please know it's common and treatable, and your doctor can help you find the right support.